Hello everybody, are you ready for your next lesson?
So you've probably had this before, reporting what somebody said. If somebody says, I am happy, later you're going to say she said that she was happy because you don't know if she's still happy now. You just know that she was at the time. So at the time she says, I am happy, but when you look back, you say, she was happy. So when we're reporting something that somebody said before, we tend to move things back into the past. So I have done something becomes I had done something. Okay. I told them that I had already eaten. At the time, you would say, I have already eaten. Of course, it's like walking backwards. At some point, you hit a wall and you can't go back any further. It's on page 158 if you want to check. So a quick run through of the answers to the questions at the bottom of page 99. Verb tenses. Well, the verb forms normally move one tense into the past is the answer to number one. Question two, sentence C. Well, it's still true, so it's a general truth. It's always true. You know, what is the capital of Australia? The capital of Australia is Canberra. He said that the capital of Australia is Canberra. Okay. Number three, yeah, we tend to use whether, how, or whose would be the answer. So when we report yes, no questions, we generally use if or whether. Okay. Are you English? He asked if I was English. Okay. You can also say whether. Are you going to the party? He asked me if I was going to the party. Okay. Then what else have we got? We've got some question words there. If the question word is there, we keep it, like how or whose. Number four, in reported questions, the word order is the same as in statements. Listen carefully. Who are you? He asked me who I was, not who was I. Okay. Who is she? He asked me who she was, not who was she. Okay. Right. Number 5, 6, 7, and 8 very rapidly. Time phrases like now, well, you can leave them out. If somebody says tomorrow, you can use the following day or the next day. And again, if they say yesterday, then it has to be the day before. So we need to change it if it's necessary. Yeah, we don't have things like interjections in reported speech. So, you know, well would just disappear. Number 7, we can use a series of statements. We would tend to change the verb as much as we can. That's coming up next. You know, he added, she replied, things like that. Okay. And number 8, you would expand something like with death, which is just a fragment. You'd expand that into a complete sentence. So, for example, sentence D, the witness replied that it had ended with death. Okay, full sentence.
Unit 10, Recording 2. 1.
So I'm afraid Rachel isn't here at the moment, Sheila.
Well, can you tell her to call me back as soon as she gets in? It's something quite important I need to discuss with her. You won't forget, will you?
Of course I won't.
2.
Zoe, have you borrowed any money from my purse? I thought I had a lot more than £20.
No, I haven't. I haven't touched it. You always think everything's my fault.
3.
I want to go first.
OK, Alex, you can have the first turn, but only for about 10 minutes. Then it's Rosie's turn. Is that clear?
OK.
Unit 10, Recording 3. 1.
Debbie said she was feeling ill.
2.
Debbie said she was feeling ill.
Unit 10, Recording 4. 1.
The weather forecast said it was going to be nice today.
2.
The police officer told us there was nothing to worry about.
3.
Our teacher said the test was going to be easy.
4.
Claire told me she was staying in tonight.
5.
Johnny said the money was his.
6.
She said she couldn't afford to come out for a meal with us.
7.
Nick said he would be home early.
8.
Alex told me she'd passed the exam.
When we report what someone said, generally speaking, the verb forms move 1 tense into the past. You know, I believe that what I am doing is right, she said, and I will continue. She said she believed that what she was doing was right and that she would continue. Now, of course, if she's talking about a situation now, that might not need to change because she probably will continue from now into the future. It depends on how far back in the past it was. But we've got a lovely little table here that tells you to move everything that's present into the past. So if it's present simple, it goes to past simple, and so on and so on and so on. Don't forget that anything with a future meaning with will is going to be would. Can will change to could, must mostly change these to have, had to, and poor old past perfect can't change at all. Okay? I'm skipping the bit about reporting verbs because that's coming in the next session. So here's the little table that says that if we talk about today, we tend to say that day if it's necessary to say that. Yesterday and tomorrow we can change to the day before or the next day. This week we can change anything with this, we can change to that. Of course, last year has to become the year before or the previous year. Next month is going to be the following month, just like we can say the following day. And if somebody said it happened an hour ago, we can say he said it had happened an hour earlier, an hour before, or an hour previously.